Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, case number 4.
Stephen, we've started half a minute too early. You'll have to pay me extra.
It's okay. I'll increase your intended salary by about 0.8%.
Heck yeah! Best 0.8 increase ever.
Heck no, that doesn't even cover inflation, you greedy bastard.
Oi, for 1 minute extra work. I feel like I'm doing the math quite nicely.
Wait, is that you saying you're paying for that 1 minute? You're paying
Alex,
the
careful.
extra, right?
Careful.
Yeah.
If we go on our first tangent now, we'll start a minute late.
Alright. So, if I remember correctly, we were interrogating Iris, who is our defendant, but was also a witness for the prosecution. So... Oh! And she is accusing Maya of killing
Not
Mystic Elise.
Yeah.
Her mum.
A mom.
Well,
Mommy.
this is kind of not good. On the one hand, we're gonna get our defendant off that defendant chair, but things are looking into a very familiar direction.
Yes. So, let me reread those so that we have reminded ourselves. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Oh, they even drew how this scene would have looked if it had ever happened.
Are we sure this is not our photograph?
That would be very bad. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Okay. Anything that jumps out?
Maya jumps out.
Yeah, Mystic Elise is very athletic.
Alright. I'll
So
go
she
over
probably
the
jumped
evidence.
to the side.
That's not useful. It's not useful. The magazine doesn't seem relevant. The temple map. This takes place at the garden in the inner temple. That's not on this map. Well, the inner temple is, but the garden isn't.
Poor bikini. Voss gave one glance there and immediately said it's not relevant.
Yeah. This one is covered in gravy. The one who's in it seems to have been gravely roasted.
Yeah, it's a very gravy matter.
It is engraved there.
The hood. Weather data. This one has been very useful. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. She doesn't really say when this is occurring. As the victim is...
Mystic Elise would roll over in her gravy if she heard these jokes.
Oh, this one is no longer true. Has a sword hidden inside. No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe, but now we've told it to the entire court.
Oh, now we need to update the evidence statement.
The
No one knows
autopsy
this
report.
except...
Pearls?
Can you imagine Phoenix just writing that on the note attached to the thing? No one knows this, but...
No one knows. The autopsy report 10 to 11 cause loss of blood from stab in the back. Wait a second.
Yeah, there's no hit there.
That's... She was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Oh, that can't be true.
No, of course it's true. She triggered the trap and the blade slid out from statue.
The statue is also a sword. Secretly.
Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Is it my hair?
I was just thinking
Huh?
exactly that.
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However,
You didn't?
the testimony you... Yes?
I mean, she
Yeah.
seems quite clumsy to me.
Well,
However,
Mika, but to such a handy person as you, we all look clumsy.
Yeah, we would never be able to
whoa,
remove
that
the
was a
lamp,
burn
that's
there.
bad.
It was a compliment, right?
However, that really depends on your point of view.
Fair enough.
However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, I was wondering if there's something. Maya Face stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
They even can't believe they made a drawing of this. Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Or the liver,
Unless
or
they
gut,
stab them with.
or
Unless they cast a backstab attack.
They they used the backstab.
They use the
Y-
backstab feature of the
y-
weapon.
Yes, I think so.
But according to the autopsy report, gotta get my prop. The cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in the back.
oh yeah, but
Oh,
the first stab from the front was not lethal.
Yeah, it
Then
doesn't
she fell
mention
over,
that.
and then she was stabbed in the back.
And so she just happened to be stabbed into the same hole, right?
Well, you usually, I mean, you can pick
Could
another
you?
hole.
C-
Well,
Could you stab through someone from one side and then stab from the other side larger or deeper and make it look as if you stabbed them from the back?
I would like
you
to point out
could
that you're here
theoretically.
probably the person with the most anatomical knowledge in this group. Probably.
Alright,
Theoretically,
time to
it
test
would be
this.
possible, but that would be nigh impossible to actually make happen. You know, they can make tunnels meet from two completely different points in the middle, but
Yeah.
you know,
I have a
purely in
laser.
theory, it's possible, but it's not gonna happen.
I have a laser guide to like precisely align holes and stuff. I think that could work. Now we just
Hmm.
need to find a volunteer.
and a powerful enough laser to burn through your victim.
No,
I
that's what
fear
you
that was
have.
not the intent.
Oh.
This
Unfortunately,
proves that the victim
lasers don't just. My lasers don't burn through people.
But watch what happens when Micha clicks the upgrade button 5 times.
He's like click, 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 click. Now it does.
Oh, we are actually planning to build the Einstein telescope literally around the place where I live, so that will be a nice, powerful laser.
Very cool.
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris? It appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Ah!
Well, was
Oh,
a
they
lot
brought
of
the music
wind
back.
suddenly. Did you notice?
If you watch the anime, they actually, whenever
Call it a giant
someone
fan.
objects, they summon a gust of wind and stuff.
Yeah, it's and you know how it works? I make that hand gesture where I point at someone so fast that there's wind in the courtroom.
Or Pearls is just slightly below what our camera can see with a fan
Yeah.
for dramatic effect.
Just standing in front of the desk, you can see it like the camera's just above him, but she's like holding.
Exactly.
hands
That's
and
why she
that-
doesn't pay. That's why she doesn't participate in court. She's responsible for special effects.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift?
What?
Are you sure you have one?
Is that all you have to say?
We got the draft.
Yes, after all, I don't read books. Oh, I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind.
I can also say a lot of other
Darkness.
things, but
Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors from Kingdom Hearts already?
dark.
The point is, Too
Dark.
mu- The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful stuff. The people fighting being mother and daughter. And now, she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
That's
Well, Iris, how about it?
some inconsistencies. Thanks,
well-
Judge.
It's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
What do you mean?
Ah, there are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses from sweet to sour.
Especially the sense of hearing.
Oh yeah.
Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
He's the coffee whisperer. You need to listen very carefully.
Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself.
Well, the witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
Oh, come on. You can't tell me you can't tell front from back from a human being in the darkness.
A human needs one thing to see clearly,
Eyes.
and that is night vision goggles like
Night
mine.
vision goggles. That's why I wear mine all the time. Night vision goggles.
Oh no, we're rolling with it.
By the way, did you know? As a as a rule that on nights when acolytes at the inner temple training, the stone lanterns in the garden must be kept lit.
I definitely see that you're the type to bring up random trivia.
Well,
Mm,
would that mean that she would have been able to discern front from back if it were lit?
I did wonder what that
Nope.
stone lantern was there for. Potentially for figuring out the front and back side of victims.
Well, if that's true, Shouldn't the witness have been able to see the front and or back side of the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nurse, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light the stone lanterns.
Impossible?
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good.
Oh, John, why is the wick not good?
In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
You don't have any other light sources?
Well, there could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's not enough for people without great night vision goggles to see.
Most enlightening.
Jeez.
Yes. Would you like to try them on? The illuminating factor chased all the contradictions away in this testimony.
So what you're saying is she couldn't have for sure seen it was Maya because it was dark?
Exactly.
I thank you for that defense. Oh no, also if the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other like you just said. Thanks for bringing that up. And we can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak.
So if they can't recognize each other from about a meter while fighting, how did you recognize either of them from a greater distance?
Isn't that right?
No. No.
Order, order, order.
Here, Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern into evidence.
You brought the whole stone lantern with you?
Yeah, disassembled.
Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. I had Gumshoe work on disassembling this and carrying it here.
Stone lantern, a lantern from the inner temple garden, was not lit the night of the crime. Stone lantern added to the court record.
As you can see, there's no light in it.
Oh,
Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face?
But he just pulled a whole stone lantern out of his pocket.
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
this lantern. There's something written on it.
Also, how did you pull it into this courtroom? Huh?
Why? It's written in blood.
Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet.
Written in blood?
So Godard didn't know about that yet.
It says Maya upside down.
What?
Oh yes, that's right.
Tiny little detail that he kind of glossed over.
After being cornered and stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body.
You're saying behind again.
It certainly looks that way.
It explains the angle, though, if she was backed against
Hang
it.
on.
Fair
Hang
enough.
on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean? What are we all talking about?
His visor is
We're
red.
talking about
We
the
can't see red because of his visor.
Yeah, he was using his night vision goggles and he just couldn't see it.
We're talking about the message written in blood.
nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Could it be? Mr. Godot is defect and needs to go back into the factory? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. He said, error, factory restore required. I mean, of course, my eyesight is
Read out
pretty
error
messed
code.
up.
Read out error code, please.
Even with this huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. So that's what he meant by that.
Imagine that he had a pink paint case and would
Yeah.
be unable to solve it.
He would be like, what? What are you talking about, paint?
I don't see no paint.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We know now that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, or anything further? Mr. Godot?
Can someone reset
Okay
Godot?
then, let's move on.
Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose.
I'm long past overdosing.
He is now ultra dosing.
IOD
The
everything.
coffee
You
is
must
keeping
become one with the coffee.
the coffee is keeping me going, and it will only be the withdrawal symptoms that kill me.
Oh no.
I believe it has now been established that Miss Disney was killed by Maya Fey.
Do you know that Godot doesn't have a regular bed? He just submerges himself in coffee.
It's like coffee bath, drift away into sleep. Very caffeinated dreams.
That's just wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears.
Because our eyes don't work. We need to rely on the ears.
Sister Iris's cover.
Screw you, I heard that.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to the Hazakura temple.
Thank you for fucking it up on purpose. You actually had to pause to fuck it up. To replicate
Yeah, I was like,
that
wait,
I
what did we
always
do again for the snowmobile?
Hmm.
Then I used this shit-toe to alter the way the wound looked. So you moved the body? Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Disney was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin.
Oh, not just one.
Terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for twist of fate, Your Honor.
No, that makes no sense. Since it was a trick. I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
And thus I flew over the bridge while on fire.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Okay, my first question would be, can you fly?
Can you fly? Do you believe you
You
can,
can
fly?
fly.
Do
Let's
you
see.
believe you can touch
Uh,
the sky?
called out. Did she
Important note: whenever you ask that to people, you should say more than once. Everyone can fly once.
No, that's called falling.
That's.
Well,
Do you believe you can land?
Oh, yes.
That's also good. Yeah. Yes.
I can't
Yes. That's
from
actually.
I can't ensure I will
I can
keep my
from any
current
distance.
shape as I land, but
Honestly, a very important question, even to ask pilots. More so than can you fly, can you land?
So you waited until everything was over before making a move.
No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes, when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Isn't it your job as a judge to mediate the argument?
you just fucking admit to that.
It's like, yeah, it would be rude to interrupt even though I'm the judge.
I mean, in this courtroom, coffee cups and bips are flying across the courtroom. Like, what's a judge gonna
It's
do
like
with
I feel a
interrupting
bit
in that?
intimidated by all
Also,
these
why
people.
would he interrupt us? He's paid by the hour, not by case.
But that's why they capped the trials to 3 days. Otherwise, the judge does. the
Oh,
judges
yeah.
just stretch them out.
Judging fees get too high, yeah.
Yeah, cost-saving measures. It wasn't until
God.
Mystic Jesus.
Yeah.
Mystic Mayonnaise saw me.
Hey, why'd you turn me into mayonnaise?
That makes perfect sense for why she was defamed with curry sauce.
What the heck? It goes well with some of the meals I eat, but really?
Especially donuts.
Especially donuts, yeah. You know,
Mayonnaise
And the ramen,
donuts.
I really
Ugh.
like these donut balls that, you know, are held together with a little bit of seaweed and mayonnaise.
You can actually get. I
Jelly
will say
donuts.
that I will say that it is questionable, but I have actually seen mayonnaise donuts, mayonnaise filled donuts.
You know, you can easily put mayonnaise on the inside of a donut, then shape it nicely, you know, seaweed,
and give it to someone you really don't like.
Uh,
Yeah,
I think we
I'll be
think we
making
have
some for you next time. No.
I think we have sinned and do not deserve the light of the gods.
Oh, I'm long past that.
That it had finally dawned on her what she had done.
uh,
I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the... Did you know that Maya was Maya?
So then, you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Which is also...
Is she just really daft?
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
Why are we talking past tense?
Now she's a killer.
no.
Also, she's very dead in that cave. She's been stuck there for like
Yeah.
4 days. So I removed the body
She
from
had
the
some
inner temple
eyes
by
to lick.
myself. Okay.
Your tongue's still stuck to the eyes.
She's like,
Maya, why didn't you call for help? And she's like, tongue stuck?
tongue stuck.
I tried, but it doesn't work.
It was because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene. You moved her body all by yourself? Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
Snow, huh?
I dragged it behind me all the way across the dusky bridge. Sure.
It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It went down, remember?
Oh,
Past
like
tense?
they say, idiots are too stupid to catch you in a simple cold.
But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River?
Ugh,
She's like, I could have done that!
that would have been such a good idea.
It would have been
I
much
could have
easier
just
than dragging it all the
immediately-
way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cause too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
And the river floating it away. Ha! It makes perfect sense to me.
And
As
Mika's
long
like,
as
no,
they,
it doesn't.
Don't listen. As long as I don't listen to what the fuck you're saying. Now, for the time being, before you fuck this up anymore. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Oh yeah, the snowmobile.
The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Or should I forget it?
I
If
think
I ask for details, do I want to know about the snowmobile or about the tracks?
let's see, there was a problem with
With the tracks.
the tracks, right?
Like they were
Yeah.
only one way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So let's
snowmobile
ask.
himself, it makes sense that she can ride it, so there's not a big surprise that she's able to steer it.
I agree
But
with
the
you, Mika.
tracks are a bit weird.
I think you're right on the money.
I know there's a single question that I have that we've been gleefully ignoring the entire time. Were
Oh,
those two
gosh.
really the only nuns in that entire temple?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, times are kind of hard nowadays. Being a nun is not exactly a popular job anymore. So
Alright.
that doesn't surprise me too much.
If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes. Naturally, you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from the right?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks there.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. I see. Snow was still falling, huh? and then when the murder took place, it had already stopped.
The murder.
Ugh,
Sure.
woo!
Mediana Markin, bless you.
Thank you. Oh, I maxed out the mic there. Huh. That's why they are such fresh-looking tracks.
Sneezing is surprisingly loud, yeah.
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 Sorry.
Well,
Not your
unless,
sneezing. Sneezing, like in general, is.
unless you have to absolutely hold in because you've stuffed your mouth full of food, then you have to sneeze, then you're suffering for a few minutes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's awful.
Yeah. And then every time you like try to think, you can only think of the soup you had just blown into your brain.
Basically, yes.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony? I think it's very
It's
important.
what do I think? I think okay, actually I don't know what to think.
No, this is not a. Nah.
What?
Nah. Can't
What?
be important, right?
When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence.
Time to bring out our favorite evidence.
The snowmobile?
The snowmobile. Oh, I think the snowmobile is no longer in evidence.
It's
We have to give it back. But we still have the weather data. Because it snowed to approximately 10:50, and lightning struck the Dusky Bridge at 10:45.
Yeah.
So,
Your Honor. I'd like to see the statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
what does it have something to do with the case?
I decide that.
I decide that. I also bought a whip and coffee because apparently you listen to that shit.
And I'm also going to be rude from here on because it works on the other side of this courtroom.
No, you'll be kept in contempt.
All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record.
Huh. That should be fun. You. Let's get the snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. I think that's impossible. Let's see. Because, well, I guess the time
Because of the
death.
tracks of the snowmobile.
Yeah.
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 This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
We might have to poke a bit at the statement first.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, grab a stick. Let's do
Well-
that again, but this time let's first poke her.
Absolutely. How exactly are the
What's
evidence in the
poking
statement
about,
just now
Mr. Max?
related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusation.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge.
Okay.
Oh well.
Dragged it all behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Let's press this.
There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I think I've trapped her this time.
Oh! Because when the snow had stopped, the bridge was on fire. So we... Okay, I see what we have to do.
I see how you think. Snow. Huh?
What is going on here?
If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it means there'd be a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Grid Revelations.
I don't... Oh, is it the Matrix?
I
Yeah. It's
guess.
supposed to be in the Matrix. The
Matrix
Matrix
Revolution.
Revelation. Legally distinct from the Matrix.
Yep. Well done, Wright. Maybe you'd like to share your theory with us? Let's see what's up your sleeve, or at the end of your index finger.
Okay?
I don't believe it. But I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. Why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of.
To assist her out of it. I don't know.
So I dragged it across the ski bridge. That's now impossible because you say it had stopped snowing. But that means that the bridge had already been struck by lightning. Boom.
You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder.
My favorite piece of evidence. We've whipped this bad boy out like 4 or 5 times.
According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge? It was on fire? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of the lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't... It can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
Yeah, I can't believe Ashraf just believed you. He clearly isn't a real defense attorney. No!
From the angle that the hair is blowing at, is that the judge making the wind?
Oh god. Order, order, order.
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Not even a busybody.
Witness, even my patience has its limits.
Nobody could have crossed the bridge.
Nobody knows.
That's why she had to fly back. Very clear.
Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Well, the only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man.
What?
Why is
Me?
he not
How
held in
dare
contempt of the court?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now, because I don't care about what you say.
What?
Goes the bailiff. Squats!
The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Oh yeah, so this was not helping.
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not burning, there are two facts that can't be disputed. Firstly, I love coffee. Secondly, the body of Elise Disney was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
I love
And
how
secondly, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Disney's body.
I love how this builds up to, you know, Godot just not being able to count.
He's like,
We've got 2 points. 1, 2, 2.2.
2 points, second edition.
I've got 2 words for you, Brett. Don't
This-
make a mess.
This probably also explains his coffee counting. Like, oh, I've had 27 cups. Yes. That's a
17.
number.
He never has more than
27 is
17.
a number.
He never counts to more than 17.
Exactly, because his physician told him 18 cups is too many, and then he just stops counting with 17.
Yeah, he just goes 17, 17 seconds, 17 thirds, 17 fourths.
Where were we?
Some kind of point Godot was trying to make.
He makes a good point. Even if he can't count.
That's right. I'm not lying. What are you claiming this time? I wasn't myself at all that night. So, my memory is still somewhat hazy.
You have stood and witnessed You've stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy?
It's only human to err. If you're so perfect right, maybe you can explain this for the court.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow, the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Was
Oh,
he
God.
lying?
There's a secret passage.
Or the body was thrown over the thingy and or lunatic but
it
actually
didn't
saw
fall
a corpse
down.
fly.
It didn't fall down from the first floor. She just flew and dropped it there.
Okay.
Right. So
Right.
why we should have answered my first question whether she can fly or not. Then we would not have wasted so much time.
Exactly.
Well, not exactly. No. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
I feel like now we come up with a drawing.
It's like, oh god, we're gonna...
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to get Butts back into here.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
Could I come back to my very early theory that perhaps it was an airship port?
So, what I don't get here is that Phoenix says she's lying. This is not possible, and Godot is like, it doesn't matter that she's lying, because we've got the fact that this happened. So you now explain this thing that you just said is explainable by her
Look.
lying.
Look, this is very simple to explain.
It is inconvenient to him, so he will not accept it, okay?
Also, just go and check the parking lot and see if the judge has a brand new sparkly car.
Yeah, but it just makes no sense. Like Phoenix
Sponsored
points
by
out,
Godot.
she's lying, and then now
and
he
Mil-
has to prove why it is still possible what she said.
And multiple times in this, it's like, clearly at this point you should dismiss this witness, or you should at least do something. But it's like, no, the defense can't do anything. It has to prove itself at every point, whilst the Godot is always right, in whatever the fuck he says.
Well, the
He's
fact
just so
is that
charming,
that
okay?
that the body was moved to the temple, and if we
Yes.
accept that she was murdered in the garden,
Mhm.
then somehow the body has to have been moved. And he
Well,
says,
yeah,
well,
murdered
the
in the
rest
garden. I mean,
of-
there was no
Sure,
blood
but the
on the
rest of
pillar,
this,
right, Godot?
so
And the
whether
rest
it's
of this
snowed or
entire
not
thing doesn't make
snowed,
sense.
whether the bridge was burned down or not yet burned down. Maybe she got the time a little bit wrong, but fact remains that the body was moved there, and she says, I moved the body there. That's
Mhm.
Godot's point.
Mhm.
You're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
All right then. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more. About what, Your Honor? You have admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony. So basically, what happens now is that the judge is not gonna throw her out, but it's like there was still some doubt now because the facts that don't line up. Explain. Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony?
Bwah, bwah, bwah. Moving the body. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? I think I know what's about to go on. So it was just a misunderstanding. I see.
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
Ah, they used that one rope to swing.
What? There's-
From a
no, no.
flaming bridge.
Can we check for banana peels there?
It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
In the background, you can definitely use that as a ram.
Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition. Dusky Bridge photo, taken the morning after the crime.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder once again.
Right. I'm only going to say it one more time.
One more time.
It is only human to and only humans can spot the errors of our ways.
The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Eh.
All right, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
Don't worry, with enough sentences I'll eventually say something that's right.
Other than walk, there's no way to move the body. Are you sure?
Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place...
I couldn't have crossed the bridge, naturally.
Mm,
But I think it's just like Mr. Glowdot said. The body did make it across somehow. So I must have just gotten confused. Sure. Or are you saying there is a way to cross a burning bridge?
well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way
Sitting
across.
there all smug, little bitch. You know exactly what way you used. I don't like her anymore. With the pit, trying to... No, she's trying to pin it on Maya and all that. Fuck her. At
Mr.
this
Wright.
point,
Aw, look who got protective of her character over all this time.
at this point, honestly, as a, if you were a close friend of Maya and the defendant tries to put it on her and all that, I honestly would just try to prove Maya's innocence and then just be like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. My client is actually guilty. Fuck you.
Aw. I think you lose your
That's-
job if you do that.
Now you can just lose the case. You know, you can just be like, oh, dang it. Yeah, well, yeah, we've now established
I
it
don't-
was not Maya, but
I don't get paid if I
Oh.
lose the case.
I can't. Yeah, I tried my best defending you. Fuck you.
Don't you think that
But my
sounds a bit
rent-
silly?
Mm.
Silly,
Work
eh?
pro bono anyway.
A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such? Ah, they. Okay.
God damn it.
If there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness.
No, we definitely don't want to call that person a witness. Or as witness, more accurately.
After all, a dream is the same as actually seeing something.
And I've seen some shit about
I've come all this way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if I don't know the answer yet,
No,
it's okay! I'll
Sometimes
just
this
bullshit my
game
way through!
does really obscure things, and then sometimes it's so fucking on the nose what you need to do.
I'll start by examining all of my evidence and see where that takes me. I've gotta be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead.
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
We're gonna
Please
get
look at
super
the
this part.
evidence.
Here
There
we
we
go.
go.
A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What?
Ha! You're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's being built out of thin air.
Well, my friend, thin air is a really good introduction for that. Because I don't know about what you just said. In any case, We have a witness who did see it happen.
Blabberthus!
Who is it? Who is this witness?
Oh, you know the idiot very well. I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the
So-
attack and go, 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 go.
Go, go.
Someone please also bring a care for the floor is wet sign into here.
Suddenly he's talking him up.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee's Disney's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurie's Disney.
Brilliant.
Highly gifted?
Apprentice?
Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was at the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright,
That will be next week.
are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Damn right I am. Next, please.
Well tried. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Does this sketch prove anything?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down.
No, that doesn't make sense. On the sketch, the flying thing needs to be on top.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with the sketch? Why don't you put it at the bottom?
Upside down. Why did Godot say that?
It didn't fly over. It was under. Because if you look at the cables, that makes more sense. And Larry, you just saw, was also lying
the
on his
cable
back,
said
looking from, with his head upside down.
He can't be that stupid, right? Damn, he can.
Yes,
He actually can.
he can. He can.
Oh, can we get new friends?
Alright,
Oh,
then let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whisker Face is going to forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. This sketch drawn by Louise Disney is...
Exactly what happened. But upside down.
exactly what happened. Of course the victim was flying through the air. Of course! You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh!
Should we have picked the middle one to get to what I was trying to say?
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
no, because it was dark.
The
Sorry,
one
that
cable
was
was
not a
cut.
Godot voice.
She was swung to the other side?
Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet.
That doesn't say anything. You also missed the bloody writing.
Oh yeah, the catapult is painted red to hide it from Godot. Yep.
Yeah, so it was invisible
Giant,
to Godot's eye.
bright red human catapult that nobody
Everyone
sees.
else saw the catapult except him. Ugh, I wish they had. Are you sure your people have checked properly?
Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're one cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time.
Mm. There must be some way. I just know it.
No, we didn't get penalties.
There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
Yeah, apparently we have to pick the middle option.
Alright, then the witness will now return to her testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, we get even put it out. Okay, let me... we just... What about the sketch? And it's like the sketch again?
No, please, the judge is gonna think you're insane.
No,
Object,
I'm very.
presenting it twice.
Listen, it comes down to this. I'm really sure it is about the sketch.
It's
I-
actually different dialogue.
I can't believe we're looking at this again.
I admit that I didn't really understand it before, but I have another theory. That's why I believe this sketch shows the truth.
Very well. Alright, then let's hear the defense's theory. What
could
exactly is
hear
this
the-
sketch trying to show?
I could hear the
It's gonna-
disappointment in that very well.
Yeah, the judge is also gonna get some popcorn to watch this shit show, I guess.
A complete
This sketch
contradiction
drawn
there.
by Maurice Disney is a complete contradiction.
You can also be like, an evidence of nothing! I am a sham and
Literally
so is
last night-
Maurice!
Imagine it in a courtroom.
I kind of wonder what the dialogue is then.
Oh,
But
sorry.
imagine you're in a courtroom where you present something. This is exactly the truth. They're like, no, it isn't. You're bullshitting. You're like, yeah, you're
No,
right.
No,
It's
really,
exactly
really,
the
look at it
opposite.
closer.
So there's at least
Look at
one
it close.
thing we
This is
agree on.
completely the opposite of the truth.
Something is obviously funny about this sketch, and it's not the artist's skills.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's really not what I meant, Your Honor. Maurice Disney stated it over and over that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, please move the microphone out of your beard, Miha.
Nom nom
Oh.
nom nom nom.
If we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, right. So what exactly contradicts the laws of the universe in this picture?
I think you need
Your
to
coffee
the
consumption
row.
does.
the diagonal one.
In this picture, I said.
I'll point at
sorry.
the wires.
Yeah, wires. Yeah.
It's this wire connected to the bridge.
The wire?
Huh. Is that a thing that contradicts reality itself in the universe?
It is indeed.
Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with.
Ooh.
Oh, no, the picture.
Photo
I
of
guess.
bridge.
Thank you for giving us this photo. Godot. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now, compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
Inconceivable.
What? Oh, we need another sign here for
Order,
my floor.
order. The sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Or perhaps he just drew it wrong?
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
Mm-mm. With someone like Clarice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
I think you know the answer to that.
In fact, I do. Think back,
As a-
alright?
Think back to when he was a
Remember
kid
what
and when he fell on
Maurice-
his head.
And then again, and then again. Remember Loris? Pardon. Remember what Loris was doing when he witnessed this event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and finally he laid down.
Oh, come, I understand.
But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Loris must have been in at that time. Was he lying on his back? Perhaps that
He
was
was.
why he remembered the scene the way he did.
Nice.
He was
Recovery.
lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor! That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. That is
Oh.
why he could paint this despite his lack of a spine!
No way.
Maurice Disney witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down.
What?
And Mr. Godot hinted at that before.
So then, this sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to review Maurice Disney's sketch is like this.
Closes the page so it's
Boom. That just slaps the book shut like this.
like this.
This is how it should actually look.
Oh my god.
The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right. Just like a pendulum.
Ridiculous!
Order.
Of all the things to say, a pendulum. That was my
The bridge
third
was
cup of
burning
spilled
to a
coffee.
crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done.
One
Let's
system on the
think
one
about
side,
this
the
for a
other on the other.
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? This bridge is about 20 yards long. I think that's about some
How much is that in
meters.
feet?
Oh, yes, I'll give you the new feet.
3 times 20 yards, 60 feet.
Excellent. Now we
It's
have
about
two units that we
20
don't know how to make sense of. I
Don't
made the problem
worry,
worse.
it's about 16 ells long, or 10 phantoms, or 80 spans, or
Yeah.
120 parody points. Is that?
Given that
Do you now
10 feet
understand it?
is about 3 meters,
Look, it's about
it's about
240
18 meters.
hands, or for the Americans between us, 12 to
Someone stop
15
them, please.
baguettes.
Please.
About 18 meters, Alex.
I have decided to stop at 12 to 15 baguettes.
12 to 50, thank you so much.
15!
Okay.
Which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
But if you measure something in baguettes, do you measure it in lengths or do you measure it in time? Is that a time duration?
Time?
Yeah. How long it takes to
time
devour a
time to-
baguette?
Right. 12 to 15 baguette meters.
Oh god, if we ever go to France again, they'll stop us at the border. Yes, that sounds about right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long, about 7 baguettes. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
Oh,
The lightning
music
strike
was-
It's tuned down, but it's still there.
Because I'm thinking aloud, okay? The lightning strike at night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared a rope beforehand. So then... They didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create the pendulum? Well,
Back to
The
Rope
anchor point?
Bridge?
and the meaning of this is...
If you want to know where the rope came from, look at the picture of the rope bridge. It's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Oh! This is a glorious beard! And also one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Disney's body.
Animation!
Well,
Actually-
stopgap animation.
Not animation. Yeet.
Because there was simply no other
That
way to move the body. Also, that
that
is incredibly
explains
hard
the
to pull off.
impact, as if she had fallen.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
incredibly hard to pull off so that it comes loose at the right moment. Uh-oh.
Mr. Godot?
Mr. Godot is overclocking, don't interrupt him.
It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Possible or impossible? Watch at my cup, that's what I'm at, and tell me what's impossible. That's not a question we need to ask now, though. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Right. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum?
Does it
Autopsy
say
report.
something about the
Oh yeah, the 10 feet
infection?
drop.
Oh yeah, body fell after.
Body
Only
fell
tell-
10 feet after death.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Off
Mr.
we
Godot,
go.
please.
I think you can also do the sphere that we found right on the spot where it would have landed. But
Oh yeah.
Mr. Godot, please swivel your well-hidden eyes across this piece of evidence. Okay, let's review first. And I was so proud of that statement. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
so then, what? That was the spot where the criminal.
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here all the way over to this point here, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that supports. Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
The best kind. Autopsy report, original version.
None
It says here
updated.
that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact.
What would you have done
This-
if it had not come loose and just stuck to the rope?
Yes, like hang in the middle. It's like, well,
It would have just
Oops.
been better off tossing the body into the water of the river, I feel, than taking this gamble.
This crystal sphere was knocked loose.
that's
Yes, that's the blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off Miss Lee's Disney staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Oh!
Oh,
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You've provided
you,
us
Noah.
with a way the body could have been moved that night. I just hear a coffee cup striking a forehead. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Mr. Wright?
Oh, this cold coffee cup might help you cool down.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot?
Truly hate you, dude.
I just bought a coffee maker 9000. As you can see, it makes 9000 cups of coffee, so I need to leave them somewhere. Besides spitting them out on your floor. Now, that was a dark and bitter. Guess that you may try it. For some reason, I was still thinking about coffee now. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma.
the Roomba?
The Roomba.
Huh?
Accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
And I thought it is the lotus biscuits that often come with it.
Oh, I like those.
Don't mention that in front of Mika.
What? I've given up on the. Alcy said lotus biscuits. He didn't call them Biscoff, at least.
Oh, okay.
Also, as the original inventors of specula, shouldn't you folks be more angry about
Ooh.
everybody stealing your coffee
This
cookies
this
and not
is
naming
this
them?
is really dangerous that we derail this for a long amount of time.
I'm not too angry about that.
What?
It at least gives me
What
something
derailment?
to eat at all of these places where they serve coffee and you have to act all interested. I just always
Fair
grab
point.
a whole bunch of those, put them in my pocket, and then while listening to whatever I'm there for, forced to listen, I eat the cookies.
Yeah, fair point. Also, we're literally just doing coffee speak now, Alex. It's the coffee hour. So this is on
Coffee
point.
time.
Earlier, I tapped out to
Time
look
for
at
some
the Discord
coffee.
notification I had received, and then I just came back, and my only line was "huh," so I don't feel like I've missed much.
Well,
Time
read your
for
line then.
cause it is coffee. Coffee.
The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you said, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
Oh yeah,
An accomplice?
that was actual
The criminal
Iris.
wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge.
Killer was Dahlia.
So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Wright?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't have been the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. I know that I'm the only one in here who ever has to prove anything instead of making wild accusations.
Yes.
The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on Hazakura Temple's side?
Iris.
Iris. Mr. Nurse Bikini. Non
It was Mr. Godot. He was
Sister
involved in this
Bikini.
entire case.
Let's see. Boom.
It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? Ah! But
I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from this key bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Right. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony?
No.
On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten. And I dislike your depiction of the events, Mr. Godot. But have you forgotten? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Also,
And-
this image is... Yeah.
Not correct either.
No, this image does not represent someone desecrating a corpse. The person on
Yeah.
the bottom is still alive at that point.
Face.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. That
Sister
obviously
Iris,
can't happen.
let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burned out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What?
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What kind of nonsense is this?
Are we forgetting that this person is also from the summoning family?
You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, right?
Wait, is this
You
Dahlia?
mean this woman is?
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... It's either Dahlia or
That's
Mushroom.
Dahlia. Through Pearl.
Mushroom would be funny. Her real name is Mushroom. No, Dahlia.
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Good, means you're not
Fake
completely
bells.
senile.
It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. I always keep it in my back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason.
Hmm. Oh yes, I remember now. That case. 5 years ago. Alright. Steph, you have not any lines. Would you like to inherit Dahlia?
Sure. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine.
Oh, nice fate.
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
And that's why we have this bonk stick.
Bonk.
So.
Ding. And there she reverts.
So what? That has no meaning in this courtroom.
What? Order, order, order.
Listen, there's nothing my coffee can't revive.
Wait a moment. How can you? My sister. She's already dead. What kind of?
You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Korean channeling technique flows within that body.
The Korean channeling technique? Oh, where have I heard that?
That's
Sort of
right.
like,
You're not
please also read
Dahlia.
this file.
You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. I have the feeling Godot know like exactly where we were going. That's why he had the file here. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
Get the bunk stick. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible.
So here's the thing. Phoenix is now saying in court that spirit channeling is real and is happening right
Yep.
now.
You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone. On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister, Iris, was.
Well, if you're going to put things that way, yes. Actually, yes.
You're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
Okay, let me walk behind her, grab this chloroform, and then... Look, it's actually someone else.
Now, Steph, I'm from a former med student. I'm told the way you do this. Does this smell like chloroform to you?
Didn't we when we first had the time in the Korean, the case in the Korean village? Didn't we decide that there was like a spirit separation hammer?
Yeah.
I can tell
I
you with
think any of
confidence
the-
that it was no coincidence.
I think any
The
of the
whole-
row poles behind Phoenix will do just fine, the ones on the right of the screen.
Yeah, just dunk.
I think a rubber hammer would be much funnier.
Squeak.
No, not a clowny
hammer
one. The
stop.
one that you have for. Actually, I.
For the pavement.
Okay, I'll just straight up admit that I have no idea what that hammer was that was next to the other hammers on Grandpa's workbench. But there was a rubbery one.
The
I
rubbery
can
one
go
is
and
for paving.
Yeah. So you can like
Yeah.
pound tiles into position.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Without
lots of
breaking
other
them.
stuff that yeah, lots of other stuff that is you don't want to break. I can grab a rubbery hammer, but I can tell you it doesn't squeak.
It
The whole
still
thing
does a
was-
lot.
The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written here, right here, in these slightly burned instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Mushroom Faye. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. Getting some new coffee?
Rubber hammer was too far away. I had to get that one. Real fast when I heard you moaning. Two of them.
The fact that we could hear you to sprinting across the house.
Yeah, that happens if you unlimit yourself. Even at the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words 10 PM sharp. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And then the Iris who gave me this hood in the Mayan Hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
And does this also explain why suddenly more locks showed up?
Oh yeah, she was locking them up, and then. Do you even know what you're saying, Wright? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What?
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled. Someone saw my picture. Would have
I
been
did.
stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
Bonk.
It was later that the body was moved by pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
No, you've lost me.
Okay, I'll start again from the beginning. Are you with me so far?
Yes, absolutely. I guess no was
After
the wrong
being-
choice here.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. Ever since, she's been in the police supervision at the detention center.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
So who continues her now?
Ooh, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the iris here is the same one from the other night.
Oh, guess you're up, Steph.
We'll just keep
Ha!
switching back and forth. Okay.
I suppose you're about to say
It adds to the
something
confusion, which is actually
really
okay.
ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Talia somehow switched places.
Switched places? To be perfectly honest,
Twin connection.
there are still quite a few things I don't understand. But I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, is what I think. Which means they must have switched places somewhere.
While working on the locks.
Well, Mr. Wright,
She wasn't on police supervision then.
since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, there
Yeah.
was one.
There was one. Your Honor? I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Oh, someone's gonna go under the bus.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, That was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murderer... who would give a murder? Who would give a murder
Oh, you seem to
suspect
be
time to
convinced
move
already, Your
about
Honor.
freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to, and it wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was...
Miles, meet Buzz.
Oh, poor Miles.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Oh no, Sister Bikini is shaking.
Earthquake! Oh my goodness! In a temple! This kind of thermite!
How could I have?
You got a voice line.
She fled. She escaped.
Well, we also donated some voice lines to staff earlier.
True. But here you got an actual one.
Yeah.
No charity voice lines.
Sorry.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Light. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession.
Though he doesn't particularly like red-haired ones.
That's one of my many rules.
Talia Hawthorne. My current profession? Permanently retired.
What a shit show.
Thanks, Phoenix, for taking the words out of my mouth. So, you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
My god, they made her look evil.
What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end her. I'll end it. For her and for myself.
I have a hammer at the ready.
Next time.
To be continued.
Which
Excitement!
I guess is a good point to save. Because don't forget, for everybody that will be watching the stream, we also need to move our clock forward 1 hour soon.
We do. We lose an hour. It's been taken from us. Dang it. Yeah,
Can't
this
we
might be a good
stop
breaking
this
point.
ridiculous nonsense with summertime and wintertime eventually?
Yeah. We decided to stop it in 2021. The issue is now that politicians have to agree when to stop. So that will take you.
Like another 50 years, right?
Yeah.
At least if Belgians are involved.
Oh, yeah. Fair point.
Yeah. And isn't this an exciting case?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very curious where exactly it's gonna go, but well, I kind of know where it's gonna go now, because Dahlia killed,
Yeah,
and
we
it was
need.
all to get Pearl on the throne, basically. But I'm curious to see
Yes.
how they're gonna resolve it.
So
But I guess we have Maya safe now. She's standing here.
here's a little problem though. We need to find the spirit extractions tool because this body is currently occupied by someone
Hello?
we don't want.
Yes, the spirit separation hammer.
You asked me to get it. You always need to keep a spirit separation hammer within one sprinting distance away from you.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I can't sprint terribly far.
And you have to keep
Me neither,
those
apparently,
hammers
with
close.
how
I can
exhausted I
cycle
was.
a very long time though.
Oh,
Right.
all right. I guess this is then a good point to save it, and then we'll
Yep.
keep the next part for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back next time with another exciting episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials Tribulations Bridge to the Turnabout, where we will try to get Dahlia to tell the truth and somehow to fix what's going on. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Have a good night.